Another question. If there's no proven track record, another fair question follows. Is the goal to secure land and permits and then sell the LLC to the highest bidder?
Well, not the highest bidder. I've got one in mind, but yes, that is the intent. The intent is to put it together. However, the intent is also to take all of the promises and tie them to the land so that the buyer has to include the promises. I'll even include it in my contract, but that's the intent. That was my intent from day one. I never hid from that.
Here's another question. If ownership changes, who guarantees local jobs? Who ensures high-paying positions aren't filled by outside talent? Who makes sure tax promises are honored? Who holds the next owner accountable?
These are all, by the way, really good questions. So thank you, the NIMBYs, on some good questions. So here's the answer to that one. First off, the taxes are going to be honored because that's part of the law down there where you got to pay the bills. The other thing is some things you can do through agreements. Like, for example, we have an agreement with the county, and these agreements will bind the future. They'll tie with the land. Like if we do it with the city of Imperial, they'll be tied with the courts, or they'll just be agreements that we make that continue these promises. Like, for example, my agreements with the unions already bind the future buyer to live with those. And then that'll be part of me doing it with the contract with the future buyer to bind by those. And so we've already done all that. So tying down the promises isn't really the problem. They will be tied down, they will be guaranteed, and they'll go with the land. The question is, let's figure out the promises. That's what I've said from day one. Let's talk about what the specific actual things you want that we can deal with are there. So that's the answer to that one. And one of the ones that the county recently gave me that they wanted to put into the settlement with the city was about the taxes when the chips are delivered. And then I said, well, let's just do that between you as another promise. And then these are all promises that are enforceable in court. The fact is, the people that are looking to do this ultimately in the big picture, they're not looking to avoid these expenses. They're just looking to avoid the noise. They just want a good, friendly environment. That's why Texas is so busy.